There's a moment that comes quietly in life. You're lying in bed. The lights are off. The house is silent, but your mind is still wide awake. You glance at the clock. Again. It's well past midnight. You've turned your pillow twice, adjusted your blanket 3 times, even tried those deep breaths they talk about in health magazines. But sleep, real sleep, just won't come. And when it finally does, it's light, restless. You wake up feeling more tired than before you went to bed. And as you swing your legs over the side of the bed to stand, something feels off. Your balance isn't quite there. You hold onto the nightstand. That subtle wobble, that tiny delay before you feel stable again. It wasn't like this 10 years ago. If that sounds even a little familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, our sleep changes, and so does our balance. The two are more connected than most people think. Sleep affects how well you move, and how steady you feel. And the way you move during the day plays a big role in how well you sleep at night. It's a loop. But here's the good news. You're not stuck in it. In fact, there are simple, powerful things you can do, starting today, to sleep better and feel more balanced. Not just in your body, but in your life. So if you've been feeling like your nights are getting longer and your steps less certain, stay with me, because this might be the most helpful conversation you've had in a long time. Let's begin with something that sounds small, but makes a big difference. Gentle movement. Not the kind that exhausts you or makes you sweat buckets, but movement that wakes up your muscles, your joints, your nervous system. Think of it like this. When you've been sitting or lying down for a while, especially after the age of 60, your circulation slows. The joints get stiff. The brain fogs up. But when you take 10 or 15 minutes a day for slow, intentional movement, something beautiful happens. One of the best ways to start is with ankle circles. Yes, just that. While you're still lying in bed or sitting at the edge of a chair, gently rotate each ankle 10 times clockwise, then 10 times the other way. This simple act signals to your body that it's time to wake up. It brings blood flow to your feet and prepares your legs for balance and walking. If you've ever felt wobbly in the morning, or if the first few steps after standing feel uncertain, this is your first defense, and it doesn't end there. Gentle marching in place, lifting one knee and then the other, while holding onto the back of a sturdy chair. This trains your body to balance while in motion. Add in slow sweeping arm reaches as you march, and now you're engaging your core, your shoulders, your back. These movements are like a signal to your nervous system. Hey, I'm still here. Let's work together today. And when you move with intention during the day, your body thanks you with deeper, more restful sleep at night. You might not notice it instantly, but after a few days, the difference can be life-changing. Another piece to this puzzle is routine. And I'm not just talking about going to bed and waking up at the same time. I mean having a little wind-down ritual, something your body can count on. Maybe it's dimming the lights after dinner. Maybe it's a warm foot soak or 5 minutes of stretching before bed. These routines, no matter how small, tell your body, it's time to relax now. And when your body gets that signal clearly and consistently, it responds. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and sleep comes easier, more naturally. There's also something almost no one talks about, but it's critical: your environment. Not just the room you sleep in, but the way your home is set up to support your balance. If you're walking across dark hallways at night, or stepping over rugs that shift under your feet, your brain stays alert, even during sleep. It's on edge, watching for danger, and that tension lingers. But when your home is set up for safety, clear pathways, soft nightlights, sturdy handrails, your brain relaxes. And guess what happens? You sleep better. That's the kind of connection we're exploring today. Because the truth is, improving sleep isn't just about your pillow or mattress. And better balance doesn't only come from exercise. It's about how your body and brain talk to each other, all day and all night. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you: how your breath changes everything breathing. It's something we do without thinking. Yet the way we breathe holds the key to both our balance and our sleep. Now, you might be wondering, how can something so simple make such a big difference? But here's the thing most people don't realize. As we age, our breathing often becomes shallow without us even noticing. That shallow breath doesn't just limit oxygen. It actually keeps the body tense and the mind alert, even when it's time to rest. Now, imagine the opposite. You take a slow breath in, hold it gently, and release it even slower than you took it in. With every breath like that, you're telling your nervous system, you're safe. You can let go now. That's not just poetic, it's science. Deep diaphragmatic breathing slows the heart rate, reduces cortisol, and helps your muscles release hidden tension. And when you pair that kind of breathing with gentle stretching, even just 5 minutes before bed, you'll notice that your body settles more easily into sleep. But breath does more than that. When you're trying to balance, whether you're stepping onto a curb, rising from a chair, or just turning to reach something, your breath affects your posture and core engagement. If you hold your breath during these moments, your body stiffens. That's when wobbles happen. But if you stay calm and breathe through the movement, you stay centered, grounded. So here's a little tip you can start using today. As you rise from your chair, exhale slowly, like blowing through a straw. You'll feel more stable instantly. And that brings us to the third quiet hero of better sleep and balance, your feet. Think about it. They're the foundation of every step you take, yet we often ignore them. Over the years, the muscles in your feet may weaken, the arches flatten, and the sensation dulls. That's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Because when you lose awareness of where your feet are and how they're touching the ground, your balance suffers. And when you're constantly adjusting to feel steady, that tension carries into your sleep. So start giving your feet some love. Roll a small ball, like a tennis ball, under each foot while seated. It wakes up the nerves, boosts circulation, and strengthens the tiny muscles that help with balance. Try toe scrunches, where you curl your toes like you're picking up a napkin. Do these while brushing your teeth, or waiting for your tea to steep. It doesn't need to be a chore. It can be a ritual, something you look forward to because it reminds you you're still in charge of your health. Even the shoes you wear around the house matter more than you think. If they're too soft, too worn out, or lack support, your body works twice as hard just to stay upright. That drains your energy during the day and makes your muscles restless at night. So switch to shoes that support your arch, fit snugly, and don't slide on smooth floors. A good shoe doesn't just help you walk better, it tells your brain, we're safe here, and that message lingers into your sleep. Now, let's take a step back and talk about something that rarely comes up in balance or sleep discussions: light. The kind of light your eyes see during the day and the kind of darkness you get at night have a powerful influence on your body's internal clock. You see, your body runs on rhythm, called the circadian rhythm, and it relies on light to know when to be awake and when to slow down. So what does this mean for you? Well, getting 15 to 30 minutes of natural daylight, especially in the morning, helps reset your internal clock. It tells your brain, this is the start of the day, which leads to better energy in the morning and better sleep later. And just as important as dimming your lights in the evening, turning off screens at least an hour before bed, and avoiding bright white lights after sunset. Switch to warm yellow tones. Use a lamp instead of the ceiling light. Let your home slowly fall asleep with you. And here's something powerful. Pair that soft evening light with quiet movement. Gentle stretches, a few ankle rolls, a seated march, even a slow heel-to-toe walk across the hallway, using the wall or a sturdy chair for support. These aren't just exercises, they're messages to your brain. The day is winding down, you're safe to rest now. And when the body feels safe, the mind follows. That's the secret to deep sleep. It's not about silence, it's about safety. Let me tell you a little story. Something I heard from an 82-year-old gentleman who'd been struggling with sleep for over a decade. He told me he used to lie awake every night, his mind buzzing with thoughts, his body stiff from sitting all day. But one day, he started doing something different. Every evening after dinner, instead of going straight to the couch, he'd stand up and gently march in place for 5 minutes. Nothing fancy, no equipment. Just lifting one foot, then the other. Then he'd sit and roll a ball under his feet while reading a book. Some nights, he'd do slow breathing with the lights dimmed. And guess what? Within a few weeks, he started sleeping through the night again. No pills, no complicated routines, just a little movement, a little rhythm, and a body that finally felt ready to rest. That's the power of reconnecting with your body. You don't have to become someone else. You just have to return to something simple, something natural, your own rhythm. And that brings us to something many overlook, how our core muscles affect not just balance, but confidence in every step. There's something quiet, almost hidden, that holds your whole body together, your core. Not just your stomach muscles like people think, but a full wraparound of strength from your back, hips, belly, and sides. It's the part of your body that gives you stability when you stand, when you turn, when you reach for something without falling. And as we grow older, if that core weakens, we don't always notice it right away. We just start adjusting, holding onto walls, leaning on furniture, moving slower than we used to. But when your core is engaged, even just a little more each day, everything changes. You stand taller, your balance sharpens, your steps become more confident. And guess what else? That confidence carries into your mind and your sleep. Because when your body feels strong, your brain stops working overtime to protect you. It quiets down. You relax, and sleep comes easier. Now, you don't need to go to a gym or lie down on a mat to work your core. One of the best things you can do? The simple sit to stand. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair, arms crossed or lightly resting on your thighs. Then slowly push up to standing, not using your arms, just your legs and core. Hold the standing position for a breath or two, then sit back down with control. Do it 5 or 6 times. That's it. But the impact? Huge. It strengthens the exact muscles you need for balance, posture, and safer movement. Another great move is standing behind that same chair and gently lifting one foot off the floor while keeping your balance. Engage your stomach as you do it. Hold the back of the chair lightly for support. You'll feel your hips, your sides, even your ankles working together. That's your body relearning how to stabilize, the way it used to, without even thinking. And don't forget your posture, because how you carry yourself during the day affects how your body rests at night. When we slouch or sit hunched over, we compress our chest and restrict our breath. That creates tension in your neck, your shoulders, your lower back. And even after you lie down, your body might still hold on to that tension. But if you sit tall, with your spine gently lifted, shoulders back, and head aligned, something beautiful happens. You breathe deeper, your heart rate settles, and your entire system feels more at ease. Carry that upright posture into your evening routine, and it becomes a signal. This body is calm, it's balanced, it's ready for rest. Now let's talk about something that many seniors feel, but few openly say: loneliness. It creeps in during quiet moments. And believe it or not, it can affect both your balance and your sleep. Because when you feel isolated, your body responds with tension. Your brain stays on alert. And without connection, even a smile, a kind word, or a shared moment, your nervous system stays in a subtle state of stress. That stress? It disrupts your rest, it weakens your focus, and over time, it chips away at the confidence you need to move freely. So what does this mean for you? It means that reaching out, even just to chat with a neighbor, join a small class, or take a walk with someone, it's not just social, it's therapeutic. It rewires the brain to feel safe again. And when you feel safe, you move better, you sleep deeper, you live fuller. Even small things help, like putting on music while you do your balance exercises, or watching the sunrise from your porch each morning, or keeping a gratitude journal next to your bed where you jot down 3 good things every night before sleep. These habits, tiny as they may seem, remind you that life still has rhythm, that you still have purpose, and purpose, more than anything else, is what helps the body rest deeply and move steadily. Now I want to remind you of something that's easy to forget in a world full of advice, tips, and routines. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to start with one thing. Maybe it's those ankle rolls in bed. Maybe it's standing up and sitting down 5 times before lunch, or dimming the lights an hour before bedtime. The magic is not in doing everything. It's in doing something, repeatedly, gently, with kindness to yourself. Because the truth is, balance isn't just about staying on your feet, and sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. They're both messages from your body whispering, "Let me move, let me rest, let me feel safe." And when you start listening to those whispers, when you build even a little strength each day, even a little calm each night, you'll feel the shift in your body, in your breath, in your heart. So tonight, when the house goes quiet and the lights go low, I want you to smile to yourself, because you've already taken the first step. You've shown up. You've chosen to care. And that simple choice, it's powerful. It's healing. It's yours. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're bringing more balance and rest into your life. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more helpful, comforting videos just like this one. Every step you take, every habit you build, it matters. Here's to stronger steps, deeper sleep, and a life that feels good again. No matter what age you are, it's never too late to start feeling alive.